My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Slay the Spire Downfall. We're here with the Hexaghost. One of my favorite characters from Downfall. The Hexaghost starts with Spirit Brand. Each time you ignite a Ghost Flame, or sorry, the first time you ignite a Ghost Flame each turn, rather, gain 4 block. And Ignite is when you reach the condition, the ignition condition for the Ghost Flame. Probably easy to explain that one in battle, so let's continue going. I will mention, though, we have Seer in the base deck, which is an Ethereal Afterlife card. Deals 5 damage and applies 5 soul burn. Afterlife cards, if they are also exhausted, or if they're exhausted at all, right? So if I just, like, left this in my hand at the end of the turn, it deals 5 damage. Sorry, it doesn't deal 5 damage, because that's normal text, but it does the purple text, so it will still apply 5 soul burn. And then there's also Kindle. If the current Ghost Flame is not ignited, ignite it, and then finally Float. Draw a card, advance, and then upgrade that to be able to choose to advance or attract. Out of these, transform base strike in the deck, please. Into Catch Up. Ignite the previous Ghost Flame 2 times, exhausts. Neat. Ooh, there's actually a 3 elite path that starts with 2 rests. It's pretty exciting. There's also a 2 elite path that ends in 3 rests. Significantly less so. Alright. Let's take a couple of early fights here. So, the Hexaghost has 6 Ghost Flames hanging around it. The first of which requires 2 attacks to trigger, the second requires 2 skills, the third requires a power to be played while it is high lit. Then 2 attacks again, 2 skills, and then finally 3 energy. All of them having different effects, from applying soul burn to random enemies, dealing damage to random enemies, giving you block and power, as well as the final one, which deals 4 damage for each ignited Ghost Flame and extinguishes them all. But if they're all ignited, you gain 2 intensity, which increases the impact of things from the Ghost Flame. Right, what do I have to do? I think this one's a classic just double defend. You can see the Seer there, triggers its Afterlife effect. The Afterlife effect, of course, being Soul Burn application, which is a DOT that triggers in 3 turns' time. Ooh, annoying. Well, if I strike, I get my Searing Ghost Flame effect, doing a bunch more Soul Burn. Then I can float forward, defend, and kindle. If the current Ghost Flame is not ignited, ignite it. This is also a skill, so this is going to ignite the Ghost Flame because it's not ignited, and then it will count as a skill, which then also ignites the Ghost Flame. So I'll be able to trigger the 3x2 twice. If you end your turn on an ignited Ghost Flame, you automatically move to the next one, which is why we're now on the bolstering Ghost Flame. Ignite the previous Ghost Flame 2 times, sure. Some decent damage. And there goes the Spiked Slime. Blessing of the Forge is going to be handy for an elite in a couple of spaces' time. Devil's Dance. The first time you would advance or retract each turn, draw a card. There's also Power from Beyond. 1 energy Ethereal card with Afterlife. Next energy, draw 2 cards and gain 2 energy. So you can play this, or you can just let it burn out and still get the same benefit. Obviously, the card now being exhausted as well. And Haunted Hand. Ethereal Afterlife. Draw 1 card. If you trigger the Afterlife effect as well, you draw cards until you draw a non-ethereal card. Damn, that's a lot of card draw. I mean, all of these are card draw options. Give me the Haunted Hand, because I've not done that. I don't want to. The only way I take no damage this turn is force the Ignite and then double defend. Okay with that if I need to. Yeah, again, because it counts... well, it's weird. It breaks on the player's favor every single time. So, draw a card, advance will move us to focus on the next Ghost Flame, but it will still attribute that skill to being played to the previous one. So, defend and then float gets us to our next Ghost Flame. I'll catch up with the damage and Seer as well. just triple defend. I don't need to be... I don't need to be risky at all here. Double strike takes him out next turn. Pick up a fear potion for our trouble. Burning Touch. Apply 8 soul burn twice if the enemy already has soul burn. I quite like that because the first Ghostflame gives soul burn to an enemy, so I feel like I often meet that condition quite quickly. Fleeting Flash. Ignite the current Ghostflame, then extinguish it. Don't love extinguishing my own Ghostflames, personally. And Heat Metal. 5 damage, 5 soul burn, and 2 vulnerable on its upgrade, but it's 4/4/1 by base. Give me the Burning Touch. I think that's some good damage for us right now. And I will veer over to the left here. Well, I mean, drawing Burning Touch in the opening hand without 2 attacks is the only situation where I can't use it valuably. How dare you? Thankfully, I'm still not taking much damage this turn. Just the 1. Kindle this one, catch up that one, and then a Seer to finish him off. Living Bomb, 0 energy, apply 4 soul burn. When it detonates, it affects all enemies. There's also Eerie Expedition, Ethereal Afterlife, add a random Afterlife card to your hand, card to your draw pile, and another to your hand. Oh, upgrades to become 0 cost, interesting. Upgrades to become 0 cost. Living Bomb's AoE is particularly interesting because we don't have any source of AoE and we do have a little bit of soul burn up. So I'll go with that, but I do want that Eerie Expedition as well, so hopefully we see that soon. Broken Wing Statue. The cultists that worship the Ancient One will be... Sorry, the Awakened One, rather, will be interested in this. Or I could go for the Sharpened Fragment. During elite and boss combats, rather, when you play a power, gain a strength. I don't have any powers in this deck. Give me the Broken Wing. I want to see if I can fulfill that event. Oh my gosh. Burning Touch in the opening hand with no attacks again? Good lord, what's wrong? Why do we hate me attacks? Thankfully, it's all okay. We got the ability to give him soul burn, so I still triggered the double. This one's Kindle Defend. Throw a single strike and then Haunted Hand draw some cards for us. I say some cards. What I mean is some card. Charged Barrage. Apply 6 soul burn, upgrades to 8, repeat for each ignited Ghostflame. There's also Thermal Transfer, deal 9 damage. If the enemy has soul burn, gain 8 block. Conditional Iron Wave. And Strike from Beyond, 0 cost, deals 3 damage, upgrades to 6. Draw an Ethereal card from your draw pile. Give me that Charged Barrage, please. I am not adding enough attacks, and I have removed an attack from this deck, so that's part of the reason that I'm experiencing this, this lopsided result. I'll upgrade Float so it has the ability to choose whether or not I advance and also retract. Jar of Hobskull. Start each combat with 1 intensity. Yes, please. A little extra heat makes everything better. Ah, Tabasco. Got it, got it. As for this upgrade, I like Kindle's upgrade so that it doesn't care if the Ghost Flame's already ignited. Charge Barrage. I mean, Burning Touch is like 8 additional soul burn. It's 4 on the first hit, and ideally it's hitting a second time. Good lord, what is wrong with you? Burning Touch! Actually, it's in a really astoundingly annoying... Oh no, I was about to say. It's in an annoying position here where I don't even have soul burn to give, but thankfully I did. I wonder if... I don't have that many attacks, so I don't think Fear Potion's really going to change the performance of this fight. Damn. Be nice to have more attacks. Give me an Ancient Potion so that I don't have to worry about this vulnerability at least. igniting the previous Ghostflame 2 times is going to do 5 damage 2 times. It's still probably worth doing. There you go. I mean, this one's... Just send the damage in. I'll take that hit. Now you go straight to hell. Advance, Kindle, then... Wait, not Charge Barrage. I was about to not kill the enemy this turn. Lantern, start each combat with additional energy. Big fan of that. Float work. Ethereal Afterlife, gain 1 dex. And gain 2 upgrades to 4 plated armor. Haunting Echo, deal 7 damage if the Ghostflame is ignited. Ignite it again. And then finally, Poltergeist, a rare power. 1 energy, whenever you play an ethereal card, a random enemy loses HP. Give me that. I want to go this, like, ethereal soulburn line if I can. Oh, gosh. Let's play catch up. And then Kindle. Throw the rest of that away. Living Bomb, float. Advance so that I can play Poltergeist for defense. Unfortunately, I have to take some damage this turn. But now I just get to watch them explode. Stock the Flyer. Gain 7 block for each ignited Ghostflame. Upgrade a card in your hand. I do really need just like a straight up block card in this deck as well, so I'll absolutely take that. Really depends on what's in this merchant as to whether or not I should dodge the Empowered Elite. Start by catching up. Then we'll float to advance. Poltergeist as well. All the way up to 9 block. It's probably best to save the 1 HP rather than deal 7 damage here. We'll Kindle and then give you the Charge Barrage for another 24 soul burn. Actually, should be 30. And we're not going to have time to activate another soul burn on the enemies, so this next burning touch doesn't mean anything. But if I can ignite the Inferno Ghostflame, that'd be good. Oh, really annoyingly, I can't. Pretty close, though. Yeah. I just would have needed a single advance. Ooh, Empowered Flame. Gain intensity, upgrades from 1 to 2. There's also Naughty Spirit. 0 energy, apply 3 soul burn. If the current Ghostflame is ignited, return this to your hand and retract. I'm not trying to retract, but give me that power, please. Ooh. Reserved insects. Enemies in elite combats have 25% less HP, and then there's also Heat Shield on sale. Gain block equal to the soul burn on the enemy, then delay its soul burn by 1 turn. I don't really want to delay its soul burn by 1 turn, to be frank with you, but blocking equal to soul burn sounds really good. Float work we've seen, catch up, thermal, etc. Yeah, we've seen all of these now. I'll take the fight, but only because I know it can't be Gremlin Knob. If it could be Gremlin Knob, I wouldn't be here. Okay. So, single strike, single living bomb. Stoke the Flame does nothing. here. We can draw and advance. Probably not going to be able to use one of these for the bolstering Ghostflame. I should probably just play them out. But I'm about to lose my only actual ethereal card, so it's not like Poltergeist really matters to keep in the deck. Alright, fine. There you go. Oh, I can't play Kindle this turn, because if I do, the enemy wakes up. That makes my decision a lot easier. Burning Touch, Charged Barrage, and the enemy takes 59 damage to Soul Burn before the battle starts. Catch Up will deal 20 damage, so just finish you with a strike. Ancient T-Set, whenever you want to rest site, start the next combat with 2 extra energy. That was the Empowered Elite as well. We lost no HP. Shield of Night. 2 energy, gain 12 blocks, scry 3, exhaust any discarded ethereal cards. I really want to play my ethereal cards for the sake of the Poltergeist. Second Stoke the Fire seems maybe a little too much, but also, like, it's not like I have another block card in here. I'll take it, and then I'm going to start feeling bad about having that many. My plan is simply to feel bad. There we go. Got to take 4 damage this turn, unfortunately. Damn, this enemy's doing a lot more to me than the previous boss did. I mean, it's got to be defended and catch up literally just to keep my HP. You know, to say something for it, our soul burn is growing quite large quite quickly. And we defend reasonably. Ah, here we go. Nightmare Strike and Nightmare Guys. Nightmare Strike, Ethereal Afterlife. Deal 4 damage, gain a Shadow Strike, a 0 cost, retain Exhaust in hand. And then Nightmare Guys does the same, gives you a Shadow Guys for block. I'll take the Shadow. I'm gonna want some more ethereal cards in this deck. God, I really want a couple more actual attacks. I keep saying I want more attacks. I haven't drafted a single attack since I pointed out that was a problem. I'd like if I had, but I didn't. Spikes. Got him. This is getting tricky. I might just have to pop Blessing of the Forge to stay alive this turn, which, if I have to, I have to. Pod Flame, and then we can float forward, Giving us the ability to start triggering this next. Then it's strike for the back line and burning touch for the middle. And next turn, the middle dies, blowing up everyone. Alex's Shield! Powers are counted towards the progression of Searing and Crushing Ghost Flames. Hell yeah, buddy. Turn it up as well. Gain 3 temporary intensity, strength, and dexterity. Also Whisper from Beyond, deal 12 damage. Whenever a card is exhausted this turn, apply 5 soul burn to the enemy. Give me that turn it up. As long as I get enough card draw, that's a ridiculous card. And I desperately want this not to be the case. But I gotta heal. Synchronize. Whenever Ironclad generates a status card, a duplicate is added into your resource pile. Oh, hell yeah. This is the kind of thing I want to actually be able to do. I float past my attacks, and then I use Catch Up to ignite the Ghost Flame I went past, as well as ignite half of the skill Ghost Flame I'm now on. I mean, the Heat Shield this turn doesn't do anything. Gives me a lot of block that I don't use, so I'll let that one cycle. I feel like I might need to. Thankfully, I did have a huge defensive turn that turn. Kindle and then Stoke the Fire. We're getting towards Stoke the Fire having upgraded basically the entire deck. That's nice. Seer does additional damage right now, but Charge Barrage. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 32 soul burn, whereas Seer is 14 damage and 7 soul burn, but this stays in the deck. Fine. I don't think Poltergeist is a significant source of our actual damage. I wish it was, but not. You want me to use 2 attacks? What the hell? What's an attack? Oh, Alexa's Shield! Thank you so much, Alexa. That was really helpful. I mean, yeah. Straight up throw 2 skills at him. And now we are on the Inferno Ghostflame. With enough energy to be able to trigger it as well. Hell yeah. Enough energy and enough cards in hands. Get him! Oh boy. At the start of turn, add a random Afterlife card into your hand. Worst case scenario, you just don't play it and just get an additional Afterlife effect for free, which is nice. Poltergeist, I really wish you said whenever you exhaust an Ethereal card. All Afterlife cards are themselves also Ethereal, as far as I'm aware, so that works. But there's also Infernal Form. At the start of your turn, gain 2 intensity. Upgrades to just give you 2 intensity. God, I like Infernal Form a lot, but I feel like Afterlife cards is something that I never really embraced as much as I wanted to. I'll take a Cursed Key. Give me some energy. I'm not... I got card draw in this deck. I need some energy. 3 elite... 3 elite mid-rests? Yeah, I guess. It's this path over on the right. I might even take a couple more question marks here, because I've got to be able to find the cultists to give them the Broken Wing. I can ignite 2 Ghost Flames this turn very easily. It's Impart Flame, then Seer. We float forwards. Kindle. Stoke the Fire. Nightmare the guys, and I'll also play the Final Defend because it's enough for us to take no damage. Oh, hell yeah, Poltergeist. Right time for it. I'll use Haunted Hand just in case I can get to, yeah, anything defensive. I really do need to safeguard my HP. This is unnaturally fine to me. I don't even have to use the heat shield. Although, I do have Living Bomb on next turn, so delaying that explosion by a turn gives me the ability to make it hit both of you. Yeah. Oh my god, free power from beyond in this hand. It's about as good as it gets, I think. Gonna have to use the draw. So glad that it just killed one of them for me. Makes everything a lot easier. Nightmare guys and play power from beyond just kills the enemy without Poltergeist. Worthy Sacrifice. Exhaust 2 cards. If they were an attack or a skill, transform them into the opposite type. And there's also Bad Omen. Choose a Ghostflame type to change the current one into. I really like Bad Omen because you can use it to... Rather than changing your deck to fit the Ghostflames, you can change the Ghostflames to fit your deck. Arena Champions or Captive Hero. I never know whether there's a difference in the amount of rewards you get for these, so I kind of just pick randomly every time I come here. I'm going to fight the Arena Champions. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is cool. How do I want to do this? I'm going to Empowered Flame, then Sear the Gremlin Knob. Then I am going to Bad Omen into a... Do I want to do Crushing, or do I want to do Bolstering so that I can... It's probably Crushing is better. I'll just take a bit of damage this turn, but that's okay. And then Soulburn and Kindle, and now I get to double trigger 10 damage. Quadruple trigger 5 damage. Oh, Burning Touch is perfectly positioned here as well. We're going to be relying on the Gremlin Knob exploding next turn to take out, well, ideally both of you, but at the moment it looks like just one of you. Thank heck we got Float. Actually not sure if I need it though. Again, fully aware I was going to be taking a fair whack of damage that turn, but there's very little I need to do to secure the kill here. Captain's Wheel. At the start of your third turn, gain 18 block. Big fan of the Anchor, the Wheel, and the Horn Cleat. Any turn that gives me free block is just freeing up energy to do other things on that turn. Black Candle. Unplay with curse cards can now be played and they cost 0. Bright Ritual. Oh, I'm always so leery about whether I should take this. It's so much energy if you played at the right time. 1 energy. Reset the wheel. Gain an energy and draw 1 for each Ghost Flame that is extinguished in the process of doing so. I'm going to take it. I really like the things that are left. In exchange, a fair offer, the cult will be released. No! That's mine! Give it back! You... Extra crispy. Whenever Soulburn detonates on an enemy, apply 12. Upgrades to 16. Soulburn to them after detonation. I'm not against taking cards like this. It's just it takes so long for this to have an impact that unless I also have things in the deck like You know, a card that forces detonation on the enemy, or maybe like moves them another turn towards detonation or something like that. It's a little less valuable. Spectral Grace, discard 2 cards, deal 13 damage, upgrades to 17, or fast forward. 1 energy, draw 2 cards, advance. Which one of these do I think I'm gonna take? After the obligatory draw. Ooh. 1 of 20 cards is really good, but... No, I want the 1 of 20 cards. There's too many options you can get here. Like here, Phantom Fireball, the one I was mentioning earlier. Deal 4 damage for 0 energy. If the enemy has Soul Burn, detonate it. I also quite like... Ooh, Step Through. Deal 7 damage, draw a card for each ignited Ghostflame. Also really useful. The Advancing Guard I quite like as well. Gain 8 block advance. Premonition. Choose a card type, then play a random card of that type from your draw pile. Ghost Lash. Ethereal Afterlife. Deal 8 damage. Deal 3 damage for each other ethereal card in hand. In hand? How many ethereal cards do you think are in the deck? Haunted Hand is also apparently suggesting that we should have, like, some significant portion of our deck being ethereal cards. I like the idea, it's just not currently occurring. I did take this from Beyond. Alright, give me Ghost Slash and I'll try... No, maybe Ghost Shield instead. I'm such a coward. Ethereal Afterlife, gain 1 blur, gain 5 block. Yeah, okay. Because that doesn't care about having a critical mass of other cards to really support it. That's important to me. If I Kindle, I can then float. And Poltergeist, Living Bomb will set up the second. So 2 Ghost Flames on the first turn. That's a good rate. I really like getting 2 Ghost Flames down on the first turn if I can. Oh yeah, this is fun. Gifts from Beyond. Then I'll fast forward. Oh. Forgot that it's attacks that it wants. I'm gonna stoke the fire so that Bad Omen is kept in this hand. Because it gets retain on its upgrade. Ether Step. Ethereal Afterlife, deal 11 damage, exhaust a card and draw a card. Yeah, we're doing that. Throw another strike out there, then big old charge barrage. When did I go past the reset the wheel? Bright Ritual? I must have done it really early. Huh. I didn't even notice Bright Ritual going. Oh, it was probably drawn at the end of the last turn, right? That makes sense. Unfortunately, with no ability to advance in this end, we're not really going to be doing too much more. I might be able to draw into an advance. Oh, wow. It managed to actually draw multiple cards. I like that. Still yet to draw me into an advance, so... Well, that's not going to happen anymore then. It doesn't matter if I shift the Bad Omen, because the type I'm going to activate would give the enemy more soul burn, which would not explode before the end of the fight. Nightmare Vision retracts and exhume an ethereal card. Upgrades to exhume 2 ethereal cards. I do really like the idea of being able to bring back the ethereals. And look, having 1 or 2 retracts in the deck isn't that bad. Ooh. Another infernal form is available for us if we desperately desire it. Another heat shield as well. Radiant Reverb removes the target's soul burn to gain 2 intensity. There's also a 1-cost Ethereal Afterlife AoE card. I mean, that's pretty much everything I want. I'll take that. I was otherwise going to argue for taking both Barbell and the Happy Flower. Barbell giving us so many upgrades. And there are so many upgrades that I need as well. It's going to upgrade 3 more cards this floor. Yeah, I have to take the Barbell. I kind of wanted to take the Gilded Bone Shard for 3 strength until I lose the first strength of each combat. But this is a lot better, I think. Also, let's curate this deck a little. I'm going to kind of defend rather than another strike. I do think I might still need those strikes just to have attacks in the deck. This is a bit of an awkward one. I'm not going to be able to do almost anything this turn. Which unfortunately means all of these enemies are going to be coming at us. Pretty fast and furious next turn. Thankfully, I've got some blur and block. Damn. Let's turn you into a bolstering Ghostflame so I can gain some additional defense this turn, and then there's no ethereal card to exhaust, so or exhume. Then play Ghost Shield. So this will allow me to keep 15 block for the next turn, which is gonna be really important. Oh, hell yeah. Catch Up is a lot of defense for us right now because it's Bolster Ghostflame. Then... Ooh, 10 Soulburn to all enemies twice. Flames from Beyond. Oh, and I don't even have to do that. I can just let that... Oh, it's so good. I'm actually fully defended against the incoming 39. I didn't think that was going to be, possible. It's pretty important I kill that Gremlin Wizard. A random enemy loses 6 HP when an ethereal card is played. I'm feeling like I'm pretty likely going to play this, not be able to kill the Gremlin Wizard, and then need to follow up with Blessing the Forge in order to upgrade the strike to be able to take out the Gremlin Wizard. If that's the case, that's the case. Guess what the case is? That. If I'm gonna be resetting the wheel anyway. I'll take it out. Let's hit Nightmare Guys and then Float Past, setting up a easy Ignite for some more defense. So Spectre Whale unfortunately kills Mad Gremlin before it can explode its soul burn. That's so rude. Tether Step? I guess. At least it's giving me a power from beyond in hand. Ow, ow, ow. Thank God I got a rest after this. That was a lot of damage to be doing to me. That's a lot of ethereal cards, baby. In the second cycle as well. Alright. Get him. Let's come down to this. For our stacks, at the end of your turn, gain 2 block. There's also a fear potion for us. And... let's take that second heat shield just so that I can more consistently generate large shield numbers. Ceramic fish versus the sapphire key. I'll take that key. Defend gets randomly upgraded. Let's break a sapphire. Ooh, a Hexagard. Ethereal Afterlife. Draw 2 cards, gain 6 block. 6 block being its Afterlife trigger. And I'll rest up. Oh, this one's unfortunate. I'm just gonna have to skip straight past, so. Gain some block. Guess I can use Poltergeist here as well. I've got Blur. Unfortunately, the enemy has no Soul Burn. Well, I suppose at least I can hold on to this Shadow. Oh, hang on. This is exactly the fight that the Liquid Thorns is for. Pop that at the start rather than just ignoring it. So yes, we keep a Shadow Guys to be going on with. Oh, perfect. Gets from beyond, then sets up a good old Token of the Fire. Play Hexagard? Suppose. Oh, turn it up, and then turn it right back down. Impart Flame plus Strike gives us the ability to advance right past that. Then Burning Touch and Kindle. I've actually fully defended this turn already without guys. God, if only I'd already ignited the next Ghostflame, this would be so much better. Get rid of that decay before it gets rid of me. Exo God. Five damage to all enemies, 7. Can I finish this? 5, yeah, I can. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, that's so nice to know. Oh, that makes everything so much better. Okay, end of the turn, the Spectre Whale goes off, dealing 5 damage to you. The first time you strike me, you die the spikes. And that's why we use the potion slot. Deflecting Bracers. Start of your turn, gain counter equal to half of the amount of expired block. Okay. Oh, unlimited power. 4 energy, which I can play at the moment. Upgrades to 3. Ignite all Ghost Flames in order. Yes, please. Radiant Reverb, remove the target's soul burn to gain 3 intensity. Unfortunately, a lot of the time, that'll remove my ability to kill an enemy in order to be better at killing enemies. Which just seems a little out of order to me. Just a tiny little bit out of order. Using 2 powers to activate the first one. Thank you, Alexa. Your shield is coming in real handy. This one's unfortunate. Okay, defend fast forward. Maybe we're okay. I don't really want to take that backline damage this turn. So I'll take 4 less damage by using an explosive potion. Yeah. Given where I am on the floor, I stand by that. Start with the Hexagon so I know what I'm dealing with. Kindle. And Ghost Shield so that I can keep. Come on, I gotta be able to do 12 damage in the next 2 turns. I have 2 turns to do this 12 damage. Unlimited power. Molotov Cocktail. Apply 40 soul burn. Whispers from Beyond. Deals 15 damage. Whenever a card is exhausted this turn, apply 7 soul burn to the enemy. There's also Burning Touch. There's some turns where I don't really exhaust anything. But Fleeting Flash. Ignite the current Ghost Flame, then extinguish it. I don't want either, so I'll take that Whispers. Ooh, strong random upgrade right there. Annoyingly, again, I do think I'm probably in a position where resting is a really good idea. I just hate to get into this fight and just get, you know, absolutely destroyed by the slavers. I mean, this one's easy. That's fun. Turn it up. Unlimited power. So it gets the benefit from the extra intensity that we have this turn, and this turn only. Then Spectre's Wail for a bunch more damage as well. I should just be able to block through this one. Sword of Night does the same as the Sword of Shield, but inverted. Deals 14 damage, scries 3 cards, and exhausts any ethereals. Worthy Sacrifice. Exhaust 2 cards if their attack or skill transform to the opposite, but I gotta take that intensity because it's so good. It's the slavers! Scram! It's the slavers! Oh no! I mean, I don't want to be putting soulburn on an enemy. I don't think I have enough time to watch the soulburn burn souls. Nine, 7, perfect. Literally perfect. I had the ability to finish it off with a Fear Potion. We'll catch up. And I'll float forward. Play a Poltergeist, and then it's time for the Bright Ritual. Yes. Give me all of the energy. You can weaken me all you like. I don't really care about that. In order to actually complete a Ghost Flame this turn, let's swap this into a Crushing Flame. Ooh, Burning Questions got upgraded. It's going to trigger its Afterlife here, giving us 1 dex. Come on, bomb. Hasn't drawn me the bomb yet. Empowered Flame plus Fast Forward. There we go. Living Bomb. That'll do it. On scales. Start each combo with 3 Thorns. Hell yeah. Devar Flame. 0 energy. If the previous Ghost Flame is ignited, retracts, which will move onto a Ghost Flame and extinguish it, but gain 12 block. Haunting Echo, deal 10 damage if the current Ghost Flame is ignited. Ignited again. That's a really good attack for igniting Ghost Flames, because if you use it as the second attack, it ignites the Ghost Flame, triggers its effects, and then triggers it again because it's ignited. Fast forward into catch up on the very first turn is great. Hexagard in there as well. Oh my good giddy gosh. Hexagard in there as well, and then we advance. I'll Haunted Hand. Okay. I wanted to see if I could get all the way to a power and trigger the third on the first turn as well. Empowered Flame. And then Haunting Echo so that I can get another trigger of the defense there. Throw Poltergeist out and Charge Barrage. Let Nightmare Guys exhaust, giving us a Shadow Guidance for a future turn. Perfect. You're ready to be the living bomb? Nightmare Strike. It's like the other one, but it's like Guys, but it does damage instead. Time of Need, 1 energy, retain, gain a random power card, it costs 1 less. Just trying to make sure you have the power card at the right time. But also, this is also an attack card or a shield card. Attack card or a skill, rather, for the sake of Alexa's shield, so I'm taking that Time of Need. I'd love to see that Time of Need get upgraded as well. So I'll do it. Wheel of Fate. Whenever I play an attack, Hermit cycles his first card, his card cost can't change, and whenever he draws Necronomicon, he gains 2 strengths. I mean, I will play unlimited power on turn 1. Right now, I guess. Trying to find anything else that would have modified the order of things that we did there. So I get 2 intensity for having done that. Enemy's next card is Maintenance. Strikes deal 4 more damage this combat and gain 2 dex. I might not want you to do that, actually, if I can. I was about to say if I can do anything about it, but I don't think I can. Yeah, that's the strike's doing more damage. And there's Short Fuse as well. This is really bad. Deals 27 damage, and it's being affected by the Necronomicon, so it's hitting us twice. So I really want to be able to strike the enemy 3 times this turn to cycle that out. Boy, it doesn't look like that's the thing I'm going to be able to do, though. But if I Empowered Flame and then Heat Shields... then I can just watch them do that. That's fine. Gifts from Beyond will fast forward into Riposte Strike and Spectre's Wail, I'm thinking. I'm gonna draw the enemy into Desperado if I do that now. Miss out on igniting. I'm just gonna have to miss out on igniting then. So be it. I should probably start with Haunted Hand here. I think Bright Ritual ends up getting played this turn as well. Yeah, Whisper from Beyond, and we then start exhausting cards ridiculously. Only problem with that is Bright Ritual has to be played first. Stoke the Fire, because that will also upgrade the Bright Ritual. Then play Time of Need. Here and now. At the start of your turn, gain an energy. At the end of your turn, extinguish the current Ghostflame. Right there. Then Bright Ritual to draw 5, gain 5 energy. As well as reset the wheel to its very start. Poltergeist triggers on playing an ethereal card. Can play these two. Then Haunted Hand for the draw. Yeah, for the draw. Just in case it got anything that moves forward. It did not. We'll kindle into a bolstering to then trigger that with Here and Now. I'm ultimately not going to be using the Whisper from Beyond anymore here. Ooh. This is not the turn we wanted to be in. Ooh. I can't short fuse you. $66, 85. I need to get 19 damage out there. Seer is enough. There you go, buddy. This one's on you. Distilled Chaos. Play the top 3 cards of your draw pile. There's also Instant Inferno. Retain this card, apply 12 Soulburn, then switch to and ignite the Inferno Ghostflame, which is the final one. Lingering Shades. 1 energy to retract. Apply 12 Soulburn, return all ethereal cards in your discard pile into hand, and then turn it up as well. a retain on its upgrade. I'm going to take another turn it up. Especially with as much draw as I have in this deck, I think it's a lot. Transform your strikes into random skills and your defense into random attacks. I mean, it really feels like that's like it's bad Pandora's box, right? Feels like maybe that could also upgrade them. Philosopher's Stone, give them strength, or Xanatos' Icy Charm. Start each combat with 1 less intensity. I definitely don't want to start with less intensity, so I'll give my enemy strength if I have to. Also, transforming 3 strikes and 3 defense wasn't particularly interesting to me there. Oh boy. I can take a 4 elite path, but there's basically no rests in it. I also didn't get the cultist trigger. No. I didn't get the cultist event. Turn it up. Whisper from Beyond, and then a Haunting Echo, which will trigger twice. I'll reset the wheel in order to draw 1 card. Diabolical. Start with Haunted Hand. I'm gonna see if I can get the ability to ignite this before I have to leave. I don't need Time of Need here, actually. I'm worried about playing Time of Need and then Stoke the Fire in order to upgrade the power card, because if the power card doesn't then cost 0, just have to cycle it back into a deck. Probably never draw it again. 1 turn too late, Living Bomb. I was waiting for you. Let's Bad Omen this into a Bolstering. A bunch of defense for it. Oh, Eerie Expedition gave me an Eerie Expedition. Thank you for the Ghost Shield now. We'll take low. Yeah. Oh. Turn it up. Fast forward. Here we are, ready for the Inferno. Catch up to deal a bunch of damage as well. Beautiful. Oh, yes, exactly the kind of thing we need. Just some dense energy gain along with all our draw. Opposing action, 0 energy retract, gain 3 energy, exhaust. There's also incineration here, 2 energy to deal 4 damage and 4 soul burn 3 times. Not up, but I don't. What was my brain trying to do there? I almost left that screen without picking it automatically. I'm gonna use Distilled Chaos. I can't just keep letting all these potions just sit up here on turns where, God, I'd love to use a potion. Let me clarify. What I mean is I'm gonna play Turn It Up. Because, of course, that should be first, given that it amplifies all of the effects of the other cards that are about to come out. Then let's Bright Ritual, draw a card. Alright, you got me. It still wasn't an especially good turn, but at least it set us up a lot better. Hard Flame, I'm thinking? Some of the powers do advance or retract you, so... Oh! Yeah. Ooh, Volcano Bizar when you ignited Ghostflame. Apply 4 Soulburn to all enemies. No problem. Unfortunately, we still will take 2 damage this turn. But it works out in the end. Step through. Draw a card for each ignited Ghostflame. Also pretty good in the opening hand as long as I have an attack or a power. Yeah, no problem. Whisper from Beyond. Then we can sear and float past. Ooh, hell yeah. Let's Hexaguard. Oh, this is so cool. Hexaguard, then Time of Need. We'll Bad Omen this. Now into a bolstering. And now we've got a Devil's Flame that's going to draw the first 2 times I advance or retract each turn. Ah. Well. Yeah, I think, yeah. Opposing action, retreat. Then... Soulburn for you. Oh my god, we even got to turn it up before we have to use our unlimited power. That went about as well as it could. Backline enemy dies next turn. We are already sold here. It's frontline dying this turn. And again. Huh? Oh, the Ether Step was automatically played out of our hand, and because it targeted an enemy with spikes, it dealt damage to us. I didn't think that was gonna happen. Hell yes. Phantom Fireball, 0 cost, deal 6 damage. If the enemy has Soulburn, detonate all but 1. Meaning that enemy still has Soulburn on them in the future for other things that care about the enemy still having Soulburn. Yeah, I'll fight myself. I really, really, really like how well this mirrors the Hexaghost fight. It's so cool. Turn it up. Strike. Haunting Echo. Fast forward. To Living Bomb. Float. Come on. Oh, if only it gave me a power. Oh, it'd be so cool. Oh. Well, there's the power. Then let's also get a Searing Ghostflame here. Weird to change it into that. I usually wouldn't, but with 2 attacks in hand, there's a few better things to do. Empowered Flame into Catch Up. I'm gonna Bright Wheel to give us enough energy to then also be able to unlimited power. There's no way that I can get the Riposte Strike to be our lethal, can I? Dead Brush. Whenever you exhaust a card out of random card into your hand, buddy, that's gonna screw me. It's not. It's gonna be so many cards. Every Afterlife card has a chance of giving me another Afterlife card. Like, it is good. Let me be very clear. It is good, and I know that. It's just also, damn, I got a lot of draw in this deck, and I keep taking draw. Random colors cards? I'll have one, thanks. Oh, Violence! Yeah, 3 attacks from my draw pile into hand. Beautiful. Even better if they're ethereal. Hell yeah. Step through. I've got nothing. No, it's so bad. But if I play Poltergeist and then step through, I at least get to draw 1 card, and that's pretty good. There's no good reason to play opposing action this early, unfortunately. Defend and float. Then step through to draw 2 cards. Ideally, we get some sort of power. We do not. Really wanted to be using the Haunting Echo to re-trigger the Bolstering Ghostflame here. Alas, do what you can. Alright. Turn it up. I do have 2 attacks in hand here to trigger our Searing Ghostflame. Pretty sure I don't want to use Violence here. There's 2 attacks in the, well, actually there's 3 attacks in the deck. One of them would be pretty good. Oh, Time of Need, and it retains still. Great. Couple more cards exhaust at the end of that turn, giving more soul burn to the enemy. Well, I mean, there's the unlimited power. He had an instant Inferno to the discard. I'm gonna fast forward and then Kindle rather than use the unlimited power to trigger the Ghostflame. Maybe I regret that. Rain of Embers at the end to weaken the enemy wouldn't be bad. Get up to at least 21 block against the enemy's 30 incoming damage that turn, which could have been better, could have been worse at least. There you go. Goodbye to your soul burn. Vajra. Start each combat with 1 strength. There's also Vexing Draft. Gain 2 strength, 2 dex, and put 2 burn plus cards in your discard pile. I'll take one of those. Really good for long boss fights. Lingering Shades. You know what? Yes. Now that I have as many ethereal cards as I do. I didn't take another copy of that already, did I? No. Okay, good. What is this effect around the chest? Is that just showing me that it's cursed? I could have sworn I've seen cursed chests before. And they didn't have that. I guess maybe I was just very inattentive and didn't even notice it. That sounds likely. I'm looking for upgrades that transform something. So like Turn It Up being upgraded. It's pretty transformative. Downgrading the cost of Gifts from Beyond and Bright Ritual, making them much easier to play. Midstream is pretty transformative. Nightmare Vision getting a second ethereal card as well. I'll take Turn It Up first. Oh, sick. Charged. Charged. Bright Ritual. Exhume an ethereal card? There's nothing to exhume. Unfortunately, this is really awkward. Wait. There's exactly one thing I need to do differently, which is both of those, and then that. And then we give you Soulburn before I then gain defense equal to your Soulburn. Good lord, is this me dead? So much damage! Catch Up will do 7 damage to a random enemy 2 times. It pretty much exactly has to target where I need it to target, otherwise it doesn't do anything for us. The Gifts from Beyond Strike gives us just Searing Ghostflame out on the field, which doesn't help us either. Single Strike can't deal enough damage, even if I use Vexing Draft and Fear Potion to take out one of the 26 damage coming in. Damn. Damn. Damn it, damn it, damn it. No, not like this. Never like this. Even if I exhaust cards? Alright. In order to try, we're gonna have to try and exhaust a card. Let's see if that can change anything. That could help. Fast forward. I'm gonna big Soulburn the Reptomancer. Then I'll big defend and then heat shield you as well. I think I'm still dead. No, my souls! It was going so well until then. I think there's just too much in this deck, unfortunately. I think a lot of it was really, really good. Gave us a lot of valuable information on these additional cards. I do think both Stoke the Fires were really good for the first floor, and a little bit on the second floor, and then by the third floor, like, they were pretty much dead draws. I think maybe in trying to move into the Afterlife and getting to play with the Afterlife strategy a little bit, probably took too many cards. Probably took a fair few too many cards. This Whisper from Beyond didn't need to be in the deck. Second Step Through didn't need to be in the deck at all. There's an argument this Phantom Fireball didn't even really need to be in the deck either. This Poltergeist, I took it really early and then tried to move into it with more and more of the ethereal cards, but it was never a really significant source of our damage. It was just intensity, and rolling through our Ghost Flames was doing the best for us. Damn. Oh, we had a lot of draw, a lot of energy gain. We had a lot of headwind in our direction. Just a turn that does 96 damage straight to us on turn 2 of the fight. Yeah, as it turns out, that's a little bit hard for us to deal with. Also probably related to the fact that there's just not that many attacks in this deck, right? Like, we look at the attacks, first top 10 of 45 cards in the deck are attacks, which typically attacks are much more immediate than skills. So coming into this fight with far more skills than attacks is another reason that Reptomancer was perfectly positioned to just destroy us. God damn, if we got that, it's clean streets right on out to the boss. Alas. I have failed you, Hexaghost. But I won't fail you again if we manage to make it back to you. Although, hang on, 3 days' time? I don't think we're gonna make it back to you in time. We will get to play a couple of the other characters, including the Automaton, though. So stay tuned. For the moment, though, hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. A special thanks this episode to Nick Starfield, and we'll see you next time.